Hey there, welcome to the Fit and Fresh Life podcast, where together we'll be exploring the science of you. I'm your host, Natalie Marie Collins, and I invite you to join me on this journey as we discover who it is you really are, how you're designed to operate in this world, in business and life, and how to balance and understand it all through ancient wisdom of Ayurveda, human design, and the elements. Today in episode 3, we're going to be exploring exercise according to your Ayurvedic dosha and human design type. So this morning I was on my way back from the gym and had these thoughts that I'd like to share with you. I go to Orangetheory Fitness and do a variety of exercises all inside of an hour. It's across town for me, so I get a lot of thinking time between here and there. If you've never been to Orangetheory Fitness or heard of it, I'll give you a quick overview of what it is, and then later I'll tie this all together for you so that you get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. So Orangetheory Fitness is an hour full body workout. It focuses on training endurance, strength and power. It's heart rate based and focuses on your 5-zone heart rate. So it's very scientific based. And the goal is to get you into the orange zone, which is one of the heart rate zones, for 12 minutes or more per workout session, which helps you to burn more calories after the workout. So you wear a heart rate monitor during your training time, and your heart rate is displayed on a screen at all times. And the cool thing is that you're not in competition with anyone else, but you and your own heart rate. So it doesn't matter what fitness level you are guided through the class by certified coaches that help motivate you when you're lagging behind and slowing you down if you're overdoing it. I love going to the classes and seeing 20 plus other people working out alongside me and knowing that we are all focused on doing our best without judgment and only encouragement. So when I went to Orangetheory Fitness first in Atlanta for a year before moving out here to Utah, when I first moved out here, they didn't actually have a location that was close to me. The closest one is like 30 minutes away, and here it's actually kind of a longer trip. All on freeway. It's kind of a long drive. So when I found that they were opening one in South Ogden, I'm in North Ogden. They opened one up in South Ogden about 5 months after moving here. I was so incredibly excited, and because I realized how much I had missed working out there. And after experiencing how great of a workout it is, a regular gym just wasn't cutting it for me anymore. Trust me, I tried, and I wanted to replicate what I experienced at Orangetheory Fitness. So it wasn't like I just really was looking forward to it. And I got in there, signed up like really quickly, and they kind of laughed at me because that was like the fastest sign up they'd ever done. Go figure. So on my drive home today, because I went to Orangetheory Fitness this morning, on my drive home today, I started thinking about and considering how each Ayurvedic dosha has a different exercise need, and also in human design, how each type needs to exercise differently, and what the heck it all means. So as I explain and get more in depth about this dynamic, I'll give you a better understanding of what's right for you, and so you can determine what feels best for you to get your body feeling good and at your best. So let's start with the doshas. In the last episode, we talked about the 3 different doshas in Ayurveda. And just as a quick reminder, they are Vata, Pitta, and Kava. Vata being air and ether, Pitta being the elements of fire and half water, and Kava being the element of earth and the other half of water, each having their own recommended type of exercise depending on which dosha you are. So let's dive into those. So let's start with Vata. Vata is naturally high energy and are drawn to exercises that allows them to move a lot and fast. They tend to love workouts that cause them to essentially lose their breath or air. With workouts like cardio, dance, running, spinning, and anything else that allows them to just move really fast. Because Vata tends to be slender, the slenderest of the body types, Because Vata tends to be the slenderest of the body types, it's best to balance these workouts with weights and strength training sessions up to 3 times a week to help build muscle and improve balance and agility. So next for Pitta, Pitta has a very strong stamina. They love to work their muscles and are the natural athletes of the groups. They are drawn to exercises that are more along the lines of things like boot camps, boxing, and CrossFit because they love that very natural competition that happens within those. However, for Pitta, as competitive and athletic as they are, we're looking for balance here. It's not healthy to do these high, all-out, intense workouts every single day. It's best to balance these boot camp style workouts with relaxing workouts like yin yoga and Pilates. It's also recommended for Pitta to do some kind of meditation and grounding after the intense workout to calm the intensity of that fiery workout and keep them out of fight or flight mode for the rest of the day. Be sure to include some rest because that competitive side tends to want to go all out, nonstop, all day long. So you need to actually be aware of bringing in rest into your day so that you can help balance this out and have more energy during those high intensity times in your life. Now let's move on to Kava. Since Kava is naturally slow, again, this is the earth and half water element, so they're the slower and usually live a more sedentary lifestyle type, it's best for them to actually work up a sweat. In Ayurveda, sweat is considered the removal of fat. And since Kava tends to store the most fat, it's good to make that fat cry a little bit. Sweat is considered medicine for Kava because it really helps to get that naturally slow energy moving, which is good for all kinds of things, especially circulation, so that fat can move itself out. Even if you hate to work out as a Kava, it's important for you to move. Remember, you are going for balance here. The best kinds of workouts for Kava are high intensity interval training workouts, which are the ones that are, where you're doing things like burpee, jump squats, and jumping jacks, with a little bit of quick weightlifting in between, but not too much weightlifting because Kava is a more substantial body type. They don't want to necessarily bulk up your system, but instead you want to slim down and be toned. So try classes such as that have things like ropes, rowers, spinning, Zumba, barre, or even 20 minutes of walking just to get you started. You may even like a little bit of CrossFit thrown in there. I know they have those ropes over at the CrossFit gym. The more I learn about what the 3 doshas need as far as exercise goes, I realize the Orangetheory can really help all 3 types because it covers all of these areas in one place. So just as a little side note, this is not sponsored by Orangetheory Fitness at all. I just love working out there and want to introduce you to something that no matter what your type is, you can get what your dosha needs, even if they don't offer yoga there. So now let's talk about the human design part of this equation. We haven't really talked about human design much in this podcast yet, but don't worry, we will. I love talking about it, so it's going to happen. So in human design, I'm just going to give you this really, really quick starting point with human design. In human design, there are 5 different types: generators, manifesting generators, manifestors, projectors, and reflectors. Each one has a different way that they're designed to move through the world and even exercise. Because human design is such an in-depth system, I want to keep it focused in this episode on just the exercise needs of each one of these types. If you want to pull your human design chart so you can follow along with me, go to mybodygraph.com and enter your birth date info and you'll get your chart. Once you get your chart, you'll see a weird looking top half of a human with squares, triangles, and lines. It can be a little overwhelming at first, but what I want you to do is just take a deep breath and then click on the top tab that says My Body Graphs. This will give you a sidebar with your chart properties, and about 5 lines down, you'll see your type. So again, those types are generators, manifesting generators, projectors, manifestors, and reflectors. What we're really going to be focusing on is the sacral center in the chart itself. So if you're looking at the chart, it's the second square from the bottom. If you have this defined in your chart, it's going to be the color red. If you have it opened, it's going to be the color white. If you have it red, you are naturally a generator or manifesting generator. Since this is 70% of the world's population, let's talk to you about your exercise needs first. This sacral center, when it's defined, is an incredibly strong and powerful center in the body and needs to be expressed out effectively in some way every day. So think about this center as a generator motor, like a literal generator motor in your body. In the mornings you wake up, it's full of gas that fuels you throughout your day. And when all that gas has been used up and you're done for the day, then you're done. Then that's it. That's all the energy that you have for that day. These are the glorious days when your head hits the pillow at the end of the day and you're asleep within minutes. Sometimes like 30 seconds. You know those days. But if you haven't used up that gas or that energy effectively, chances are you won't be able to fall asleep right away and may toss and turn for hours. So it's important for you to express out and use that gas up every day in a way that you're satisfied with, which means it's very healthy for you to exercise at least 5 times a week in one way or another for at least 20 minutes a day. Even if you're walking the dog around the neighborhood, get up and move your body so you can burn that gas up and feel good about it. The cool thing is that you don't have to guess so much about what kind of exercise you should be doing because we just talked about it through the doshas. Go back and listen to that section again if you need to. Use your gut to feel out what's the best fit for you, what you have the energy to do, and then go do it. Now, I'm going to talk to that 30% of the population who has that sacral colored in white, which means it's open. If you have it opened, it means you're a projector, manifestor, or reflector. It's important for you to exercise inconsistently. Because you have the sacral center open, the life force energy that comes from the center is inconsistent, which means you should be going with it and working out only when you have the energy to and in a fun way. While the generators and manifesting generators have the energy to grind it out day in and day out, you're not designed that way. You're designed to move when you have the energy to and also when you need to drain out the other generator energies. Now let me explain what that means, because you see, your sacral center is open. So you can take in the generator energy around you and amplify it out. It creates this zing of energy in your body that can last for days and can burn you out if you're not expressing it out in a healthy way. Let me give you an example. I'm a projector in the human design system. My husband is a manifesting generator, and over the weekend we had a friend over and also my brother who are both generators. On Friday, we did a lot of gardening work, clearing out grass and weeds out of a new flower bed and laid down about 16 bags of mulch. When our generator friend was out of energy, I was still going. He even made the comment that I was like the Energizer Bunny. You see, one of the biggest lessons for projectors is knowing when enough is enough. I knew very well what was happening and that my body was able to keep going because of all the life force energy I was surrounded with. This buzz continued to fuel me all weekend long. I got the entire half-acre lot mowed, brush burned, plants planted, changed the mower tires. I can't even remember what else. Like, there are just so many things. Oh, I went to the store 3 different times in one day and got even more mulch. There was just a lot of things going on that I got done. It's a lot of work that I normally don't have that much energy for, and especially not 3 days in a row. Usually I have energy that comes in spurts. That is natural for a projector, and when I get those little spurts of energy, I go and will do like one thing or a variety of things. But 3 days in a row is actually a lot of energy to be expressed out. So this morning was Monday, and I knew, because I still had all of that energy, I knew I needed to go to Orangetheory Fitness to finish expressing this energy out of me to get back into balance. So off I went, and I finally feel normal again. Energetic, but not full of intense pressure to get all the big projects done quickly. I finally feel like myself again. So I tend to go and do intense kinds of workouts about once or twice a week when I know it's time to go and when it's healthy for me to go. I'm also very aware that while I'm there, I'm amplifying other people's energies through me, and it's probably what helps me get through the entire hour of exercise without dying, so I'm totally okay with this. So if you're a projector too, start paying attention to how you feel and if you feel like you're overdoing it. It's very easy to get caught up into the energy buzz loop and burn yourself out. So with open sacral types, just know that you have full permission to not make a daily exercise routine and do what is fun for you and when you have the energy to do it. When living a fit life, it's not about being in the best shape of your life. It's about what's healthy for you and your individual type combination. Now, don't get me wrong here. Being in the best shape of your life is amazing. And if that's your goal, go for it. Just know that we here are all about the healthy balance to help you feel your best. All right, that's it for today. So if you have questions or comments or just want to stop and drop me a note and say hi, you can email me at podcast@fitandfreshlife.com. Also, if you are wanting the links, any of the links that I mentioned in this episode, I will have all the links in the show notes on the website. So if you go to fitandfreshlife.com/podcast/003, you'll find everything there that's just easy for you to click through and find your way around. So I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.